latest on NASCAR, which heads into another weekend of racing with no end to the controversy involving the only full-time black driver at its top level. NASCAR President Steve Phelps released this photo of a noose found in Bubba Wallace's garage at the Talladega Superspeedway last week. Phelps said, quote, "As you can see from the photo, the noose was real." Important point there. FBI investigators found the rope had been there for several months and concluded that Wallace was not the target of a hate crime. Jericka Duncan spoke with his father in his only TV interview since that noose was found. Jericka, good morning.
Good morning. You know, his father talked about how proud he is of his son. As for NASCAR, officials said that they checked all of the garages at their tracks. And out of the nearly 1,700 stalls, they said only one of them, just one, the one that was assigned to Bubba Wallace, had a pull-down rope that was clearly fashioned as a noose.
I just see how it's weighing down on him and wearing him out. He's having sleepless nights, so I'm worried about him, but I'm proud.
Darrell Wallace Sr. says he feels the weight that his 26-year-old son is carrying. On Thursday, NASCAR's president said that while they don't know who tied the rope into a noose, the ultimate conclusion for this investigation is to ensure that this never happens again. What conversation have you had with your son since the noose incident?
I talked to him like a week before and just told him, you know, be knowledgeable of your surroundings, know what's around you, who's around you, because there's some crazy people out there.
And when you have that conversation, that's because of the move that NASCAR took in reference to the Confederate flag and your son's push to try and make that happen. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
You know, this has been a stressful couple weeks.
Earlier this month, Bubba Wallace, the only full-time black driver on racing's top circuit, challenged NASCAR to remove Confederate flags from its events, and they did. Are you surprised by the steps NASCAR has taken?
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's the right thing to do. There's people that's uncomfortable with the flag, and
are you?
Am I? Yeah, I am. I mean, there's only one flag I stand for. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm uncomfortable with the flag. And if you're with me and you're uncomfortable with the flag, then I'm uncomfortable too.
Darrell Wallace Sr. says Bubba discovered his love for racing as a young boy.
We bought a go-kart and went racing. And a few races in, it got in the way of his basketball. So he kind of had to decide which one he wanted to do. And he chose the racing. Then we raced every weekend, sometimes 3 or 4 times a week. All over the Southeast.
And here's Bubba Wallace walking out to salute the fans.
Bubba Wallace, one of NASCAR's biggest names, now races all over the country. And his father says he's proud to see the calls for change coming from car number 43.
And this was just recently painted.
And he says he was moved by Monday's show of support at Talladega. You were watching that, I'm sure, on television. How did you feel when you saw that moment of solidarity?
I texted to my family, who's chopping onions, because, they was texting, everybody was crying. Just.
What did it mean? What did it represent?
That they had his back. Everybody there has his back. It's a proud moment. We've had to jump through a lot of hurdles and put up with a lot of stuff. From the time he was 9 years old, up until today. But, we just got to keep going and keep racing and do what we do.
NASCAR President Steve Phelps says that he will now add cameras to all of the garages, and all members of the association, the Racing Association, will be required to take sensitivity and unconscious bias training. Gail?
Oh, Jericka, I'm so touched by Bubba Wallace's dad. You could tell he's a proud father who's concerned about his son. But what I keep hearing from everybody who knows Bubba is that he loves to drive. He and NASCAR really want to move on and put this behind them. But I felt like Bubba Wallace, the father there, it was such a touching moment of solidarity, the way they all lined up behind him.
Yeah. And what it represented. I mean, it's funny because he said he's a very direct guy, and he said he feels his son's directness comes from him, but in that moment he said it really broke him down. So
yeah, he's a proud dad, and now everybody's ready to move on, and we are cheering for Bubba Wallace this Saturday, wherever Pocono I hear, cheering for him. Jericka, thank you very much.